9:01. We are right on time this morning. Welcome to Aired Out from Fly in the Wall Productions, Barrie, Vermont, from the basement of Raylene's home. It is 38 degrees right now, and a little bit of frost on the pumpkin this morning. It's chilly, Dick WOBBY. Good morning, buddy. How are you?
Good morning. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
What do you mean?
I mean, 38 degrees?
Yeah.
We had 33 here.
Yeah, it seemed beautiful out there. I think I came from Northfield. It was about 65 this morning.
Was it?
Oh,
Yeah.
it was gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
In the car.
It's supposed to be in the 60s here real soon.
Well, we've got a great weekend coming up. I mean, we can talk about that later. But I was noticing on my way in here up at the corner of Sparrow and Robin.
Yeah.
Do you see that decorated house
I
up
do.
there?
Yeah.
I mean,
Isn't that cute?
With the big green spider out in the front
Oh,
yard?
that is cool. You know, when I was young, like yesterday, but when I was young and we went out trick-or-treating, this run, Traw Hill, Camp Street, oh gosh, I forget the other one, but there's 3 or 4 streets up here that you always you had to trick or treat these because they would fill your bag. They were something.
Full-size candy bars or the minis?
Oh no, this was full size day. This was let me tell you, this was the haul.
Seriously, Raylene?
Right down to the point that George Milne, Mr. Milne, used to live down on Nelson Street, and he and Mrs. Milne, they would give you $1.
Yeah.
Really?
Okay, I'm serious.
There was one house where we used to get 50-cent pieces.
Yeah.
Every year.
Mr. Milne would give you $1.
God, those were the good old days, man.
That was back in like the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, you could buy 100 pieces of candy with that.
And then you got people like Raylene giving out toothbrushes and, you know.
I only did that one year.
Come on. That's just not right. That's not right.
I gave them a candy bar, too.
Yeah,
but dental floss, Raylene?
I didn't give out floss.
You did.
But
you did if we say you did.
But this was the hot spot in Barrie to go trick-or-treating right up through here.
Oh, my God.
It's kind of cool coming up through, looking at all the Halloween decorations.
Yeah.
We're, 10 days out of that? And
I know.
I'm helping over in Northfield. Northfield's doing that trunk or treat in downtown Northfield.
Sure.
We have a couple going on here, too. Yeah. We're going to do the one at Preston's Kia.
Yeah.
Montpelier.
Yeah. You know, I was actually, I'm not joking. As a matter of fact, I told...
You're going to dress up like a little guy?
No, I actually told... I told your family members that I was contemplating going as Dick WOBBY for Halloween this year.
He did say that. You did say.
You're going to have to get on stilts. It's pretty easy to go as me. It's a pair of jeans and a white shirt.
Is that it?
Oh, you gotta be adorning the coffee cup. Yeah,
the red coffee cup.
That's it.
That's kind of it. It's not a big deal.
But no cup, no go.
They tried to switch me over to a yellow one at one point.
MJ said to me, as long as very important that you have the white T-shirt on underneath
the white shirt,
the white button-up. You have to have the white T-shirt on.
So MJ, we had a family wedding a couple weeks ago, and we were headed down to Massachusetts for this family wedding. Anyway, the 2 nights before, whatever, we had a gathering to decide how we were going to go and who was driving and what was happening. And she replaced my red coffee cup with this kind of formal plastic sort of looked like crystal thing.
Yeah.
Because she thought that would be more fitting if I was going to carry a cup at a formal wedding.
That
it
you
should
have
not
that?
be a red plastic Lucky's cup.
But you did not
with
agree.
Peterbilt
which is all scratched.
Yes.
But you didn't agree.
No, I did.
You did?
Hey, there's one person, actually, several people in my life that tell me what I should do or shouldn't do. Mary Jane just
MJ
happens.
one of them?
Mary Jane happens to be one of them. Yes.
Right. You have several people, but
When she
probably
finally
few you
says,
listen
this
to.
is what you should do, I say, okay. It's easier. My wife.
Right.
This is what you should do? Yeah. I'm not going to fight over that.
I don't know.
There's enough other things I can fight about in my life.
I don't
Right.
know. I don't know how your wife lasts 5 minutes with you. I don't know how she does it.
We ask that question a lot.
I'm sure you do. Listen, before we get into Wheels for Warmth this morning, I want to say
There was a couple other things I wanted to talk about.
Oh, good.
But go ahead. You want to bring up some talking discussions? Bologna. Have you had bologna lately?
Oh, yeah, because it's National Bologna Day.
It's bologna day today.
This guy's...
Can you sing the song, Dick Wobby?
No, I can't.
Yeah. Oh, the Oscar Mayer song.
Yeah.
I can't remember that.
I don't know. But
I
it is National Bologna Day, and I don't know if you like bologna or not, but there's no better treat, I think, than a quarter-inch slice of bologna, fried, with some American cheese, spicy yellow mustard, not just yellow mustard, spicy mustard. And if it's a special day, you can throw some onions, fried onions on top of that. Okay? Wonder bread on the outside, maybe crisped in the frying pan after you got done frying the bologna. Let me tell you, that is a treat like you've never seen before.
You know, I've had bologna sandwiches before, never fried, though. Ever.
Oh, come on. Are you kidding me?
I've never had a fried
It's
bologna
National Bologna Day. Why wouldn't you have a piece of fried bologna between two slices of Wonder Bread with a piece of cheese?
If you called me last night and you told me that this was happening, Dick, we would have been prepared. We would have had fried bologna sandwiches for breakfast.
I can't believe you've never had a fried bologna sandwich.
Not fried.
Yeah. Oh, that's where it's at. You're missing it and slightly charred.
All right.
You didn't know I was a food connoisseur, too.
That's right.
Listen, I got to say congratulations to you. You're a grandpa. Again.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm a great uncle.
Is that what that is?
But I've been a great uncle my whole life.
Is that what that is?
Yes.
It's a great uncle?
Yes.
All right. So,
because Mary Jane's my sister and Josh is my nephew.
All right. I think it was the night that the baby was coming into the world, you went over to their house and did something on the front yard.
I decorated their house.
What's that all about?
You should decorate houses.
What happened?
No, I've got a stork. A stork that's as big as you are.
Yeah.
So not very big.
I got a stork that when friends or relatives have a addition to their family, whether it's a born, adoption, whatever, that stork shows up on their front doorstep, and it'll stay there for 2 or 3 days, then it flies away.
And nobody's tried to take a shot at this thing?
Yeah, no. This is funny stuff, and it's been around. What's even funnier, it's been around for like 35 years.
So WOBBY tradition.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it moves all over the place.
Wow.
Yeah. And now it's gotten funny because they've kind of people have figured out where it comes from or whatnot.
Sure.
Can you imagine getting requests for the stork?
Oh, my God. Isn't that something
Do you still have the stork? And then we had the flood in Montpelier, which was, a whole nother mess. But then afterwards, the whole thing is decimated, and you've got people calling to say, "Did you save the stork?"
That's funny.
No, I lost everything else, but
Priorities.
don't worry.
Right, we have the stork.
That stork is in safe hands right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
If you're just joining us, if you're just tuning in, this is Dick Wobby. And don't be confused, because the last time he was on, it pretty much looked exactly the same as he looks right now, with a white shirt and his red his red cup.
Actually, this one doesn't have a collar. I don't know if you
Right.
noticed. There's no collar on
I didn't
this.
notice.
Okay.
Wow.
This is
That's
one of
more
those,
priest-like.
This is one of those Jerry Seinfeld puffy shirts.
Raylene says more priest-like.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll never happen. Listen, I noticed this morning driving in, but also yesterday and the day before that, but especially driving in this morning to Raylene's place, so many people have tires out on their front yard for free.
Yeah.
This is like the time of year when people are going into their garages and their barns and their outbuildings, and they're saying, to hell with this, these are from an old car, or forgot about these tires, I forgot they were here, they're taking up space, I want them out in the front yard. What we're saying to these people is, if they're not gone by tomorrow, Wednesday,
Bring them down.
we have a great idea for you.
But didn't you have some other announcements or something? I mean, we got the baloney thing out of the way. Was there anything else you had on your list of stuff, meaningless information that you'd like to share with us?
Well, we're following a shooting in Shaftesbury last night. We're following the big story about Tom Brady's last game jersey that is on the auction block for $2.5 million. We have a passenger that attempted to take control of Alaska Airlines to a flight to San Francisco. We're following that story.
Mm-hmm.
Dolly Parton's got a new album
Now that's
out.
kind of
We're
funny
following
because you're
Yeah.
on an airplane. Now let's
we
just take that one for a second, and then we'll get into wheels. But that's kind of funny. You're on an airplane, and you can't get a bag of peanuts anymore on an airplane.
Right.
And they've got a armed guard, and they've got this steel door, and they've got all this other stuff
Sure.
to keep you from moving around, right?
Yeah.
It's hard enough to get up and go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
You got somebody that actually got up front.
Yes, it was a pilot,
It was a
in the
pilot.
jump seat.
It was a
Off-duty pilot
an
in the jump
off-duty
seat.
pilot.
Okay, so he probably got peanuts.
I
Maybe
think
the
I
fact
think he got more than peanuts.
he got more than peanuts.
that he didn't get peanuts might have been the reason he wanted to turn that sucker around and bring it back.
He wasn't trying to turn around. He was trying to kill the engines.
Oh,
Yeah, he was trying to kill the
And they
engines.
subdued him. The
Passengers did.
yeah.
Unbelievable, man.
Have you ever been going
What's
down the
going on
road
with this
and
world?
asked somebody
Jesus.
to stop at a store and they don't stop at the store, and you turn and say, "Stop right here, I'll get out." Have you ever said that?
I've tried to jump out
Okay.
before.
See, you're no different than that pilot then, are
Well,
you?
great point.
I
No
guess so.
No different at all.
Good
I don't
Lord.
mean to make light of all this stuff,
Jesus.
but
I
the
know.
way everything is so messed up, I think you got to see humor in almost anything you're
Right.
looking at.
Well, if we don't,
If
we'll
you
just
don't,
spend our
you'll
days
just go-
crying.
You'll go wacko.
If we have a hard time finding humor in something, Dick, we call you.
Okay.
That's
So
what
you're
we do.
talking Wheels for Warmth. I noticed you were ready to talk about that.
Well, yeah, and I know we had you on
We're
yesterday
actually-
morning, but you're making some serious media rounds.
We
and,
are.
and thank God for WDEV. What a great radio station.
Let me tell you, DV, you guys, the TV stations have jumped in. Now we've got a social media thing going on right now. It's tremendous.
Well,
but you were mentioning
let's
something.
say this: that WDEV is really the last of the Mohicans when it comes to radio. I mean, because they're engaged with what's going on locally, and they don't they put this
It's not
stuff out on the
pre-programmed. I'll tell you that.
No.
It's not
Just like that's
pre-programmed.
just like aired out.
Yes, it's
Exactly
all
what I'm saying.
Right here off the cuff, and you get whatever it is on the table.
and it's super localized, which
Yes.
I love.
And we've had a partnership with DEV since day one. Ken Squire was the one we initially just thought, well, we're gonna do this tire thing. That's what it is. And Ken Squire was the guy that came and said, we're gonna help you, but it's got to be a circus. It can't just be you're getting rid of tires. You got to have this. You got to have that. You got to be able to do. You got to make it a celebration of sorts versus just a tire collection thing. And we've tried to do that. We have we talked about it last time, but we've got Kenny Ghostland and a couple other public folks cooking hot dogs and hamburgers and entertaining us with their words of wisdom. We've got this year, this is fabulous when you talk about circus atmosphere. This year we've got the ag department coming in. Anson Tebbets and Patty Casey. What a super lady Patty Casey is. Out of this world. But Patty's bringing up this tire slicer. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it slices the sidewalls right off the tires. And we're going to take all those unusable tires, slice those tires, sidewalls off, and then the largest breeding ground for mosquitoes in the state is on the farms, on these feed bunkers and whatnot. And the farmers use tires to hold the tarps down on top of these feed bunkers, and they are breeding grounds for mosquitoes. So we're giving them half tires to hold these things down, and there's no ability for these tires to hold water or create that.
And you just
ground.
used this machine
we used
at
it.
the last collection for the flood collection, right?
2 weeks ago we used it. It's unbelievable. We can slice like 40 or 50 tires an hour. It is cool as anything, and we've got farmers lined up, ag people lined up looking for sliced tires.
That's fantastic.
Oh, no, it is. It's great. And so Patty Casey, good shout out. We're doing that up here in Barrie. That should be another fun thing to do. The other thing we got coming in this year is Bounty. Do you know what Bounty is?
The picker-upper.
Yeah, the picker-upper.
Okay.
The picker-upper. Bounty. I thought you were going to say dog or something.
No. What's Bounty? Raylene, do you know where he's going?
I don't.
Do you know where he's been?
Bounty.
What is this?
It is the picker-upper.
All right, go
It's
ahead.
the big grappling arm that picks up all the flood debris and all the debris on the side of the roads and throws it in the back of the truck so we can pick up after the flood. And if
Didn't know this.
anybody needs Bounty on their road, or they see debris piling up on the side of the road that's still left there from the flood, all they got to do is call the EMDs up there, the Emergency Management District, and they'll send Bounty out with the grappler and pick this. Yes. So we're bringing Bounty
That's pretty
in.
awesome.
Can we bring that into my daughter's bedroom and you know?
There's a shitload of debris in there.
You have no idea. Not to mention my room. This is incredible.
Yeah. So we're bringing Bounty in, and then the FEMA stuff is starting to wind down. And both in Rutland and Barrie, we've got some FEMA folks coming in and setting up for those people that weren't able to get through the FEMA thing or didn't get where they felt they should through the whole recovery piece.
Yes.
We're bringing in some FEMA folks at each location so they can actually do it right, to bring your tires down and go talk to the FEMA guy. So we've got a bunch of things happening this weekend, and the tire drop off. You were mentioning tires on the side of the road or sitting in a yard. If they are not gone by Thursday, bring them on down to the Barrie Granite Museum, or take them into Casella Construction on Mendon Mountain. Now we're doing something here, and I need you all to be honest with me. I really do. We see, Raylene, you mentioned it, 2 weeks ago we ran a special collection day for flood tires. If your tires were damaged by the flood and that's why you're getting rid of them, bring them in. We won't charge you. That's it. They're flood related.
That's awesome.
We'll get rid of them for you.
Love that.
There's no reason why we can't help in that fashion.
Or if you pulled some tires out of a river,
or
whatever.
off the neighbor's yard or whatever.
Or ended up in your yard from a river.
Yes.
From the
or
flood.
under your mobile home. It's unbelievable the number of tires that and so you mentioned your bedroom. I'm just going to go there for a minute, but under these mobile homes, and if you thought about it, they don't have garages. They may not have a shed, whatnot. If they got a spare set of tires, where'd they go? They generally went under the mobile home.
Yeah.
Well,
so true.
You got flooded. They're all full of silt, damage, water, everything else. Pull them out from under those mobile homes, throw them in your trunk, truck, whatever, and bring them on down. We'll take them. That's that fact where it's like trying to look under your bed. God only knows what you've put under that bed. I'm sure there's no tires, but you might want to check.
Oh,
you
don't
never know.
You don't know. There could be. With mosquitoes in them.
Have you ever seen his car?
Oh, my God.
But we're doing a couple different things. And then, of course, you can return your tires if they aren't usable, forgetting the flood effect, whatnot. But they're $5 a tire. And all that money is donated back to the emergency heating fund. So you can help some others that are less fortunate. And if the tires are usable, they've got to be within the last 7 years, created in the last 7 years. We've got to see a year's worth of use out of them. If they are usable, we'll take them and we sell them on Saturday for $15 or $20 a piece.
Now, you said yesterday, we have proof of it.
Said yesterday.
We have proof of it.
Okay.
Oh, God.
You said yesterday that there's going to be no charge if someone says aired out.
No, I didn't say aired out.
What
Hold
did you
on.
say?
I did not say
What
aired
did
out,
you
so
say?
don't start down that road. What I said was if JD, if they come in and say JD said you'd take this for free, that's what I said.
I'm writing this down.
Okay.
I'm quoting.
JD.
I was very clear. I didn't say aired out. I said
right.
if you bring those in, they're flood damaged, and you say, JD told me to bring these in because we can't use them and they got to be thrown away,
Yeah.
I would take them for free.
Okay.
That's what I said.
All right. You just said it again.
I know it.
Yeah.
All right. We got you.
And the only reason I know that is you and I fought about that yesterday morning before the show. You wanted some special little thing. I mean, everybody wants something special.
Of course he did.
And I want you to emphasize.
We go through it every morning, Dick.
I want to emphasize little thing. Okay?
Wow. There are different opportunities in different locations. You mentioned Stowe yesterday. What's going on up there?
So we got up at Stowe, we've got over at the Weeks, the Mayo Farm Events Field. Yep. We got Tom up there who's setting up a collection site Thursday and Friday on Weeks Hill Road from 1 to 5. He's got some high school kids and some different people, and they'll be collecting tires Thursday and Friday. Okay. Then we've got Deb up in Williston at All Cycle on Avenue B, and from 2 to 6, they're going to be collecting tires. And then, of course, we've got the Casella Construction Group down in Mendon. They're collecting tires Thursday, Friday, and selling on Saturday from 8 till noon. And then we've got our little group down at the Vermont Granite Museum on 302 in Barrie from 2 to 6 Thursday, Friday, and then 8 to 12 on Saturday. And, of course, remember, we got Bounty and FEMA and everybody under the sun coming down to help you.
In Williston, that 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. collection, that's on what day? Thursday and Friday?
Thursday and Friday. Stowe and Williston both will be up and operating Thursday and Friday from at least 2 to 6. They may be there a little earlier. And also remember, we got some DMV folks, inspectors, that are going to be on all the sites, Stowe, Williston, Mendon, and Barrie.
To make sure you got a safe tire.
To inspect tires.
All right.
Yeah.
Where exactly in Williston is this collection again?
Do you know where Avenue B is?
No.
Me either.
It's
You know, as you go into
I love this guy.
you come off
Neither.
Route 2, am I correct? You come in to Burlington from Route 2. You're
Yeah.
down there by
The old friendlies.
the old Friendlies. You take a left at the old Friendlies. You go down that road about 2 miles, and there's that oval. What do you call it? Not Kwanzaa hut. That igloo sitting in front of you. You see that, and there's an intersection right there.
Yeah.
You take a right, you go to your third left. It's Avenue B.
Okay.
In Williston. But that's all you really got to put in your GPS marker.
Sure.
You put in 28 Avenue B, and it's like the only Avenue B in the world.
Okay.
It automatically comes up as being Williston.
We should say if you have tires that are like really, really good, or maybe even new, and you've tried to sell them, and you're getting nickeled and dimed or whatever, or you just can't be bothered with that shit, you just donate them. Just bring them to one of these collection sites and say, here they are, and look at where. First of all, these tires are going to be sold, and the profits. Look at where they're going. I said this to you yesterday, we have never had a bigger need for the emergency heat relief fund ever.
If you thought about, so Washington County got hit the worst, and I didn't realize that because we just kind of stumbled through it with our heads down, trying to help each other as best we could. Washington County got hit the worst. If you just think about the sheer number of houses or residences that had their oil tanks fill up with water.
Yes, right.
Right? And that's all got to be replaced. And when we're talking, $4 a gallon for fuel, and you got a 500 or a 250 gallon tank in your cellar, and that's now gone.
Right.
That's $1,000.
Sure.
right.
Right? And we aren't going to solve that problem. We won't solve it, but we'll help it. We'll make it a little easier.
This flood impacted everyone in some way, shape, or manner. But everybody is feeling it. Even folks that were feeling it before the flood. Raylene had a tour of 2nd and 3rd Street.
Again, I've been down there a lot since day one.
So
but
much.
Recent, and I was.
Tell them what you saw.
I was very surprised to see where we're at still.
What hasn't
3 months later, what hasn't been done and what still needs to be done in the condition in which some people are living because they have no choice but to do so.
Yeah.
Frightening.
It is frightening. The governor spent Saturday down in Berlin crawling under this. This is the tire thing. Crawling under mobile homes, helping them put wheels on the hubs.
So they can move them out.
So they can start to move them out. And we're looking at the end of October right now.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure. Yeah.
And we still have people without furnaces. All kinds of great things.
Yeah.
Bless you.
And the fact that
crazy.
We have a governor who does stuff like that, and not just for photo ops. That's just who he is.
No, he was there all
we're
day
lucky.
Saturday. He could have
just
got
who
the
he
picture
is.
out of the way in the first half hour. He was there all day, whether it was there or,
Right.
or another one. And kudos. He's also the guy that turned around and said 18 years ago, there's got to be something we can do with these old tires.
Yeah.
And there's got to be something.
And that was you, Wayne Lamberton, and
the governor.
governor. And,
Yeah.
and you were up at Jockey Hollow, weren't you?
Jockey Hollow, or it wasn't actually Maplewood. Well, it was Maplewood. It was that gas station that used to be up there that sat in front of Comfort Inn before they remodeled and put it in the palace.
Yeah. And this was the idea of the three of you sitting around, and I'm sure that we had a pen and a napkin that was some
Generally,
some notes
they're paper
going.
plates.
Paper plates.
Paper plates.
Yeah, I love paper plates.
and said this is what we can do, how we can do it. And then, as you mentioned, DEV, Ken Squire got involved, and Dick Mazza said, there's a gentleman, if I've ever met one, but Dick Mazza said, hey, we'll do this up in, we'll help collect up here in Mallets Bay or Colchester. Casella came running in from the side and said, hey, if you're doing something like that, we can work with you. We'll supply some transport and dumpsters and Bourne's Energy.
Yeah.
They figured out a way the fuel dealers could help us. I mean, that was huge. And then you got Jeff Blow. Jeff Blow. Jeff Blow, who all of a sudden says, you guys need to promote this. You need some marketing material. You need this. You need that. And he started throwing stuff at us for that. So this year, it
takes a village.
It really does. I'll tell you, Sunbelt Rentals, who you may not even know. You probably don't.
They're in Berlin,
know.
right?
Yeah, they don't know Sunbelt Rentals, but when you go down through any of these construction jobs, any of these places, they're the people that are putting out those tower lights. They're renting some of the equipment or whatnot. They were the largest supplier over the flood time here to provide all those air exchangers and blowers and lighting and everything else across Vermont. They called up. It didn't even have to call them. Ron Cataract up there called and said, hey, I've got some lights. I've got a message board. If you're doing this, let me know. We'll bring them down, set them up, and they're yours.
Okay.
So it takes a village. It takes all these people to come together and try to throw this into a single 3-day weekend. And you say the tires sitting out on your front yard, the tires in your garage, the tires wherever. We can use them, number one. We can get them out of the waste stream, number two. And we can help some of these folks.
Yeah. It's such a win-win-win-win.
Yeah.
Win.
And now it even, now we've always said it was heat. It was helping with emergency heat. It was getting them out of the waste stream, and it was making tires available. It was always a 3-legged stool. Now we got a fourth.
Sure.
You know that, right? The fourth.
What is that?
What's the fourth?
Other than being graced by your presence.
JD, what's the fourth?
Is it bounty? What is it?
Use.
It's what?
Getting rid of the mosquitoes.
Oh, getting rid of the
Oh
mosquitoes.
my gosh, are you kidding me? You couldn't remember that?
I'm sorry, Dick.
Okay?
Listen,
getting rid of the mosquitoes out there.
We have somebody that would like me to give you a big hug from them.
Oh God, no!
Like this,
this
big fan of yours. You have this big
Lori
fan.
Shepherd.
Okay,
Shep wants me to give you a big hug.
Okay,
that's great. Thank you, Lori. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I understand you and Lori have a show that you do as well.
Well, Lori has hers with a couple gals that come on Mondays and Wednesdays. Her show is 4 quarters. Yeah. And then I do my show usually Tuesdays. This week we're doing it Thursday because of the guest that's coming in. And my show is It's No Secret, and that's all about addiction.
So how come I never get invited to these other? You'd love to hear some of my views on addiction, on
Shep never invited you?
Oh, I
on
would
this
love.
whole game.
Well, you
Nobody
can come back at noon
ever
if you
invites
want.
me for it.
Why has
like
Shep
really
not invited
serious
you?
stuff? I don't know.
You can come
I
back
don't
at
think
noon.
she really likes me.
If you want to come back at noon, you can, and you and I can talk about Narcan distribution.
Not this week. But I will be happy.
Oh, that's right.
In the next couple of weeks.
12 noon today.
No, I just said though, not today. I don't have one scheduled because it's going to be Thursday this week because of the guests that I'm having.
I don't know if you realize it, but we have Wheels for Warmth this week, so I'm a little busy.
I know.
Does Shep come down to Wheels for Warmth?
Oh yeah, every year.
You got any Shep stories?
Nothing I would share on the air.
2 of you been arrested together?
Nothing I would share on the air.
All right.
Okay. Nothing.
All right.
And that policeman really didn't know what he was talking about.
Yeah.
Okay?
She says she adores you, and that you're definitely going to come on this winter.
I don't think he had any reason to be pulling us over.
Okay.
I love it.
Okay? And to think it was a whole bus. It wasn't just Shep and I. It was a whole bus.
Wow.
Of high schoolers. Why are people? I have friends and family in other states that are seriously concerned about
your welfare, mental welfare. Well, I would be too.
The mental health of people in Vermont that would get up at 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, and get lined up in the dark before 5 a.m. to get a good spot in line for tires.
I know, but let's try not to promote that. Let's try to keep it well.
Well, we have, and wait a second, we have another show that we could invite you on too. It's called The Barry Beat, which I do with Michael Booten on Monday nights. See, I'm kind of busy too.
Yeah, I see
but
that.
I would totally love to have you on.
Okay.
You could talk about all kinds of great political things with us.
That'd be great.
You don't want my political views.
Oh, yes,
They've
we
been
do.
ruined.
Oh, we do.
We do. We'd love it, Dick.
But going back, Saturday, it's 8 to 12. Okay? People will start lining up.
Did you say 8? You said 8.
8
Yes.
to 12. People will start lining up earlier than that. I know that. But let's not promote that because it's hard enough to keep things going.
But Dick, look at the way it's been for the last 20 years.
Oh, it's terrible.
I mean, people
it's terrible.
5 o'clock in the morning.
Saying, 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning.
In the
people
snow.
are lining up in
Standing
the snow,
in the rain.
in the rain. It's terrible. And even to the point that we bring ADA in, the traffic control people, to help park cars at 5 o'clock in the morning because they aren't just walking in. They're bringing vehicles and this and that. But we've got a great Saturday plan. We've got Thursday and Friday with the collections. We're going to be running that slicer Thursday and Friday. Okay. People can watch, help, do whatever they want. And then Saturday, we found through experience that it was easier for everybody if we create a traffic flow around the facility.
Sure.
So you can buy tires here.
Yep.
Set them next over here.
Yep.
And go get your car and drive around the facility, pick your tires up so you don't have to lug them out to the road. Ooh. You don't have to lug them out to parking lots. It creates a little bit of a traffic jam because it's a one-lane kind of pathway. But we've got that all worked out. And no, this is going to be great. I'll tell you, and I don't know their real names, so excuse me, but Vermont State Employees Credit Union and the NFECU folks are putting on coffee and donuts from about 7 o'clock in the morning on.
Nice.
An hour before we actually open the gates, and it'll be fun.
Now, it's you that opens the gates and brings the people in. At least it has been in the past, right?
Do you know why? No, I'm being serious. No, I'm serious.
You've said this before.
This is funny as hell. We did this the first year, and we've got 400 or 500 people standing at the gate.
Have you heard this story?
Probably.
This is there's people standing at the gate, and they're chomping at the bit. Yeah. You can see them all friggin' looking at their watch, and you got Ken Squire on DV doing live, and he's playing Go to the Dump music, and he's firing people up, and it's, he's got a countdown going from like 15 minutes, so you got the adrenaline running and everything going on. And it was Wayne and Phil and I standing over there on the side going, oh, my God, hadn't thought of this.
We're going to get trampled.
We're going to get trampled, and we've got to figure out a way to get them the 200 yards from there to the tires, and how is that going to work? And we took a vote, and Wayne and Phil,
and you lost.
Yeah, Wayne and Phil decided that I could contain it. I could control it. Go out there and tell them it's time and just walk in. Walk slowly.
Walk slowly.
And they'll all follow.
It worked.
It worked. It worked unbelievably. I walked 200 yards, biting my nails, going, "Oh my God, it's going to happen at any point. There's a stampede."
This is how I'm
All
gonna
I
die.
was waiting for was the gun. Right? I mean, I figured they set me up, and Ken Squire's going to do one of those starter's pistols or something.
God.
I just said, "This is not good. This is going to be bad." And we got to the corner of the building, and I peeled off.
And it was all over.
And it was over.
You were like the pace car.
Oh, yeah. I peeled off, and it was over. But it got everybody in there, and it has worked. And down in Rutland now, they've got a dedicated person to walk them from the parking lot to the thing. Barry, I still do the walk.
But here's the thing, though. We want people to be respectful and remember the message behind this whole fundraiser. This is something that we do organically. This is a huge grassroots effort here in Vermont. We're proud of it. We want the experience to be a good experience for everybody. So, don't be an ass.
And we even help get. So there's some people that have a little more difficult, like yourself, have a little more difficulty walking than we do.
You'll give them a piggyback.
And no, we try to get them. We try to get them to the front of the line, or try to get them to an area that they can get in easily, so that they're taken care of. You mentioned a grassroots effort. I don't know any grassroots efforts along these lines that raises $50,000 a year for something.
A year.
Yeah, we're at $700,000 right now.
Wow. Incredible. Incredible.
It is. We've removed. I'm going to get these numbers screwed up. The numbers are correct. I'm not sure where they're going. We have removed 50,000 tires from the waste stream over the last 18 years, and we have sold 25,000 tires to those in need. So, if you just think that thing through, that's huge. That's 8,000 people got tires. Right. The other thing is we've activated or used like 2,500 volunteers over the 18 years across our spectrum. We've had over 150 different sponsors or businesses step up and help us out. It's just heartwarming, if you want to say, humbling, that communities would come together like this and would do it. I'm sitting here thinking the auto dealers have reached out. They're going to be bringing some tires in. The fuel dealers, a couple construction companies. Kingsbury was on the phone with me as I pulled in here. They've got tires that are coming off some trucks that they aren't using or pickups that they aren't using anymore that they're bringing up. And
nice.
Yeah.
Do you want to jump in with anything?
Well, this is stuff that doesn't pertain to. Yeah.
But before we go there, we were talking bologna sandwiches.
Oh God!
And bologna day, and I watched Raylene write down McRib.
No, I did.
What does that have to do with? What does that have to do with bologna sandwiches?
Because
she wrote
Raylene
McRib.
Absolutely loves the McRib sandwich.
Does she?
And if she tells you otherwise, she's lying to your face.
Okay.
I've never even tried it.
She looks forward to the McRib sandwich years ahead of
just the
schedule.
look of it is repulsive to me.
Maybe
have you ever seen her McRib T-shirt that she's got with the golden arches?
I think that a McRib is probably equivalent to orange circus peanuts.
Ooh.
Oh, now you're hitting bad ground.
Come on
now you're hitting bad
That's
ground.
Fighting
Those are disgusting.
Yeah. No, come on now.
That's fighting
orange circus peanuts. You can't have them every day. I mean, once a year.
You can't have them ever.
It's like those little Halloween peanut things that are
candy
like
corns.
Yeah,
The candy corns.
yeah. You don't want those every day, but once a year, candy corn's pretty good.
Just one. Just the white tip.
A handful.
Right.
A handful.
No, we have to give a big shout out to K9 Mike with the Berry City Police Department
Please.
and all of the amazing work that he's done with 3 pretty incredible takedowns in the last couple of weeks.
Okay. What's up?
Well, we know that there have been 3 large drug busts in the city in the last few weeks, and K9 Mike played a huge part in that. And so we have to give a big shout out to him and his, he has quite the pile.
What's the name of the dog?
K9 Mike.
Oh, it's just K9 Mike.
Yeah,
Well,
that's not the officer.
I didn't know
Hold
if
on,
Mike was
I
the name
even
of the
knew that.
goddamn officer, you didn't tell me.
K9
Okay.
Dog.
All right.
Mike.
All right.
Let's think about
There's
this.
someone that's going to defend me here.
Okay, let's think about this.
All right. So Mike is the dog.
Have you been maybe, visiting some of these places or something that you
knew? Hold on, you knew about the airplane with the pilot,
Yeah.
but you didn't know
I don't know about
K9 Mike.
K9 Mike.
Okay.
Well,
Can we
we have to give a huge shout out to him.
Well,
and
let's
say
go
thank you.
down and see K9 Mike. And
That would be
put
wonderful.
a camera in the dog's face.
Absolutely amazing. I posted the pictures of him, shared it this morning from the Berry City Police Department. Incredible work. And so we have to give a big shout out to him.
Big shout out.
Absolutely. And then this
While
is a
we're
big
on
weekend.
canines,
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I don't know where you're going next.
You go.
But while we're on canines, I just want to. I got another one. Okay, I went to the Fur and Feathers Festival last weekend up at for the Berry Humane Society, and they are in need of food for cats and dogs. And if you do, I know I think it's next weekend. I'm gonna head up with a bunch of bags of food in the back of my pickup truck for the Berry Humane Society. So or Central Vermont, I guess it used to be Berry,
right.
but
Yep.
Central Vermont Humane Society. If you have some extra cat or dog food or bird food or whatever, and you want to donate it up there to the Central Vermont Humane Society, now would be a good time. Again,
Yeah.
we're all coming into this time of year when it means
Things
a
get
lot,
tough. Yeah.
and
You're right,
they
of
could
course.
certainly use a helping hand feeding. But Raylene, on to other subjects. What was it that you thought we would be interested in hearing?
You should come along with me and some friends out to the Den in Williamstown on Friday or Saturday night. It's their grand opening. New owner, Jeff Cochran, local guy right here from Barrie, opening the Den in Williamstown, the Old Country Music Club.
Okay, now say it again. The Den in Williamstown.
Yes, we're going to have he's having a grand opening. There's going to be a kick-ass Halloween party. Friday and Saturday is the grand opening. You can wear a costume either night or both nights. Come both nights. I don't care. Stay there all weekend if you want to. But new menu, great entertainment, great prizes if you wear your costume.
So when you
maybe you
said
could
the
dress
Den,
up as JD.
Just when you said the Den, I was confused. Because there used to be the Den out in Waitsfield. Do you guys remember that?
I do.
I've been thrown out of the Den a couple times, so I was a little...
You won't get thrown out of
I was a
the
little
Den in
concerned.
Williamstown.
But this is where the old Moose Club or whatever it was up
and
in
before that,
Williamstown. Right there in front of the gas
Right
station.
behind Pump and Pantry.
Pump and Pantry.
Yeah.
Sure.
He's done a nice job renovating and putting that all back together. I understand.
It's awesome. I love it in there. It's going to be a great place.
So
we
if
need
this
a club
is the grand
again.
hold on.
Hold on. The grand opening.
If this is the grand opening, how do you know you love it in there?
Because
that's a little presumptuous.
No,
hold on.
Because
he had a soft
opening where he opened just a little bit as he transitioned, tried to keep, get everything going. But this is it. Everything is up and going. The new menu, the entertainment's all lined up, and things are kicking off.
They got line dancing there on Thursday
nights.
Oh, really?
We ought to go sometime.
With Emil Goslin. You know Emil.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We ought to go sometime.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you should come.
Shep says she's in.
You should come to the Halloween party this weekend. Saturday. Okay. I'm going Saturday.
Maybe I'll dress up like Shep.
It's going to be great.
Maybe
you could dress as Shep and come out and enjoy it.
Maybe you won't recognize me. Maybe I'll be there.
Don't piss off Shep.
But Friday night is DJ Chaos. Saturday night is Foreplay.
Yeah.
And no cover.
Yeah.
Just come and have a great time.
Come and have a great time.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's never.
Winter's going to be long and hard, man. It's going to be a cold winter. Get to the den.
I now have heard soft opening and long and hard, roughly in the same breath. And I just want to tell you,
be a good
those
day.
words don't work for me. Okay? But you're talking about no cover. There's never a cover at Wheels for Warmth and at Casella Construction in Mendon Mountain or the Barry Granite Museum or Vermont Granite Museum down here on 7 Jones Brothers Way. And we are expecting, looking forward to, a great weekend to help our community and to help those folks that need some help right now.
Dick, I feel like I want to pull up in my car to you and hold up all the traffic and say, well, do you have 205, 55, 16?
Yeah, so
I don't know.
You want to talk about that?
I don't know what size I have. I need 4 or 5 different sets, and I don't know what it's. One's from a 92 Chevy something. I don't know what it is, but can you Google that up and help me find the right size? I don't know what size I need.
Yes, we can. Come right. Yes, we can. Come right over here, and this young person here will help you find out what size tires you need, and then you can go start looking through the piles, and they're all stacked up in order and stacked up by size, and all you got to do then is just go walk down through there. But I'll give you a bit of advice. Go out. Look at your tires today.
Now.
Look at your
take
tires
a picture
today.
Of them with your phone.
You can take a picture with your phone. You can write them down on a piece of paper.
Stick it
you
to your
can come
windshield.
in, and people will help you find those tires immediately. Otherwise, you'll be standing with someone trying to figure out
not the place and the time to do
tire you actually need, and we will try to get you the right tire. But if you come in with the numbers or a picture of your tire that you're looking for, it flows, it's quick, it's fast, and gosh, you can be in and out of there inside of 20 minutes.
And don't ask Dick, what's the difference between 205 and 235?
Because really, I have no clue. I'm still trying to figure out what that second number is.
Oh, my God.
There is a method to all that, by the way.
Yeah. Take a look at your car right now. That's the method.
Yeah, but the somebody's going to correct me.
Yeah.
Okay, someone will call up and correct me.
Sure.
The last number is rim size.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
17, that's the rim size.
Sure.
The first number is your sidewall size, I believe. And the second number is the width of the tire.
Yeah. Oh, is it? Is it the width?
I think that's what it is.
And after
somebody will correct me. There's some tire guy out there saying, "Wobby, you don't know shit." But I think I'm pretty close.
After you get these
yes,
tires,
it's happening this weekend.
After you get your tires, go over to Vermont Quick Lube and they'll throw them on for you.
Yeah.
They'll put them on.
You got Vermont Quick Lube. You've got
we got Ruthiers.
Ruthiers. You've got Bigris's. You've got a wide range of folks that'll help you put these tires on your
Preston's
car.
Kia will put them on for you.
Vermont Quick Lube, Ruthier Auto, right here on South Main Street. All kinds of great places.
Yeah. Get them on. Anything else on your notes here?
Did you see my notes, though? This is how. Here. See that?
Are you going to leave that with me?
See that?
Can we have
See
that
our
poster?
notes? But it's backwards up there.
Yeah. That's all right. Can we have that one, though?
Yeah.
I'll put you in a headlock out in the driveway if I have to. I want that. I want that poster.
I'm trying to wonder what this envelope.
Don't start.
Hold on.
Don't
trying to wonder what this envelope
Don't start
is
looking
from
at my
the,
notes.
No, the Washington County Courthouse. How'd you get a letter from the Washington County Courthouse sitting here? Fifth Circuit Court.
It's from the. It's actually technically from the DMV, but it had to go through the.
Well, hold on. No, technically
don't.
it's from DCF.
What? Oh my God.
Okay, technically it's from DCF.
Wow. Yeah, you see that my name is not even on here, so you can kiss my ass.
Good Lord.
Dick, we love you, man.
And we should tell everybody to join us at Preston's Kia on Friday.
Friday? What
from
time?
4 to 6.
4 to 6.
Trunk or treat. So,
and on your way to Preston's Kia from 4 to 6, from 2 to 6, we have Wheels for Warmth on Route 302 at the Vermont Granite Museum, and you could take your tires down. Now listen to this.
Right.
Take your tires down, drop them off at us, and then take all your people up to Preston's Kia, and your trunk would be open to be able to trunk or treat.
Right.
And fill your trunk with stuff they got in their trunks up there.
Yes, absolutely. That's quite the match.
See that?
Then
Perfect.
on Saturday, we have that amazing Halloween dance that's going to be up at the Montpelier Country Club with the Family and Friends Network right here
Hold on,
in
Montpelier
Central Vermont.
Country's Club. I thought the Montpelier Country Club was closed.
I did too, but apparently it's open for this.
Yes, for this. It's
Well, we
gonna be
should
open.
emphasize that because I thought it was closed. I thought they were
That's what I said
up
too.
behind
the old Elks Club.
Yeah, behind Harvest
John Deere.
Equipment. Yeah.
Yeah, up there. That's
the
open
Magway.
this weekend for a Halloween dance?
Yeah, from 6 to 9 on Saturday.
It seems like kind of early to quit a dance, ain't it? I mean,
Gonna
by
be-
9 o'clock, I'm just starting to roll.
Brian Nichols going to be with us. Went Thursday, Raylene, right? Thursday, 9:30 Thursday morning. Brian does a huge haunted yard on his property right over on the Payne Turnpike. Be listening, be watching our page. Raylene's posting up the ad for this all the time. Brian's going to be with us on the air Thursday morning with more details. He texted me last night that he spent 12 hours working on this yesterday straight, 12 straight hours. So that's going to be going on Saturday, but he'll be on the air with us Thursday morning to talk about it. And Thursday night around 5:30 or so, I'll be over with Bobby Bartlett over at State Farm, one of our presenting sponsors, talking about insurance. So we're gonna have some fun Thursday night. It's gonna be a great rest of the week. I mean, it's only
where
Tuesday.
I'm headed now?
Where are you headed now?
I'm headed down to Nelson's Hardware because we have some grills that
one of our presenting sponsors.
I just want you to know I'm going down to Nelson's Hardware because we had our grills that were affected by water.
Sure.
And that one little part is all I've got left to put them back together. If I had 2 of these, Bob,
you'd be all done.
If you would get me 2 of these and some of that white Teflon tape.
Come on, Bob.
I could do this, okay? And I know Nelson's Hardware down there because they got everything in there. Even as bad as the flood was, they still had everything in there.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? You got a little privateer. I'm sorry, but I'm going to pick on somebody. You got a privateer, Bob Nelson, who went through a hellstorm down there.
$300,000 lost.
And then you've got Aubuchon's, the big elephant, sitting in Montpelier that still doesn't have sheetrock on the friggin' wall. Okay? And Bob Nelson, throughout this whole thing, was lugging stuff out of his basement. If you needed
While
something,
open.
you came first.
Yes.
And then recovery came second.
Exactly.
And he's got that back together to the point that I know Bob Nelson has that part.
Absolutely.
And I'm going down to get that part. Anything you want from Nelson?
Do you know that he's going to be celebrating 40 years in business next month?
40 years, man.
Yeah. Have you seen him lately?
Saw him yesterday. I was over there getting furnace filters.
He looks like he's been in business for 40 years.
Be careful. Just be careful.
No, Bob is a great guy. I
Yes,
tell you, he's one of those guys I consider a true friend, and he has always been there when I needed something. Yeah. And he's there for
We're lucky to have him.
Yeah.
I refer to him and Nelson's as the backbone of the community, and because I really believe that when something happens, they're there.
Yeah,
that's right.
And get us going again.
Okay.
Small town Vermont. We love
Anything else?
What was the other thing I was going to mention? Oh, I was down at Nelson's yesterday getting furnace filters
For the third time.
For the third time, kept getting the wrong size.
Did you notice? Did they have one of these?
I'll look when I go down there today. You know what you call that? A thingamajig.
Yeah.
You go in there and you say, hey, "You guys have one of those things? You know those, the thing that kind of screws into the thing." That's what you say.
No, that's
a 1/2-inch bolt with a nipple.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you just say nipple?
Yeah. Now we're back to the soft opening.
Oh,
the long and hard. The Bob NyQuil. and nipple. This is going downhill very fast.
Stop it. Get out of here.
Okay. Hey, I do appreciate your time. I do appreciate allowing us to come in. I just want to remind you,
we love you.
Tire drop-off, 26th, 27th.
Yeah.
Down at the Vermont Granite Museum, Casella Construction, Mayo Farm Events Field with Tom Hubb.
Yeah.
And Deb Armstrong managing the Williston All-Cycle site up there in Avenue B.
Yep.
And then sales on Saturday from 8 to 12. 8 to 12.
Not 5 to 12.
Not 5, 8 to 12. And JD,
yeah.
If they say these were damaged by the flood and JD said you take them for free, we will take those tires for free.
No shit.
Wow.
Okay? But it's got to be. They were damaged by the flood, and JD told us you would take them for free. We'll do that. The other thing is, Raylene just mentioned, why don't you sell your tires for half price from 10 o'clock on? And so from 10 o'clock on at both Mendon Mountain and the Vermont Granite Museum, we will do half price tires. And don't forget, we got Patty Casey with the tire slicer, and we've got Bounty, and oh my gosh, this is just a road show waiting to collapse on itself.